Hello again, everyone. This is Brad Bowen with Pro Leg Gear. As we start getting into fall, I start immediately thinking skiing. Skiing is my favorite thing in the world. It's what I love to do. I love to cross-country ski, downhill ski, backcountry ski. I mean, if the word ski is in it, I enjoy it.
Skate ski.
Skate ski is awful. Don't do it. It's painful and it hurts. No, I actually tried skate skiing. I'm not good at it. I choose to cross-country and classic instead, or backcountry ski. If you're a skate skier out there, you're significantly tougher than anyone I know. Today I want to talk to you about the new TLT6 from Dynafit. These are both the performance versions. Both are my personal boots. I've had a ton of experience in these TLT5 performances and have had no experience in the TLT6 so far. Expect another video from me very soon, the second it snows really, on how these boots actually work in a ski on snow. We're going to go through and show you the exact differences between these two boots and why the TLT6 kind of came to be rather than the TLT5. First off, TLT5, fantastic boot. No one can say anything bad about it. These boots for me weigh in at 2 pounds, 11 ounces per boot. The new TLT6 with all of its extra features, extra thick liner, a little bit wider forefoot last, a few extra buckles, or not extra buckles, but extra tough buckles, little double backs, more adjustments. These weigh in at 3 pounds 1 ounce, and I will tell you the 27.5s are probably the correct weight they have listed online. These are both size 30s. I have big feet, so the boots weigh more. The TLT5, in my opinion, tours beautifully. Skis fair. I really like a good set of alpine boots that don't have a lot of forward flex to them. I like them really, really stiff. And the TLT5s have this little baffle here that when you push, that toe piece moves forward. So if you're getting to an aggressive ski mode where you're just going as fast as you can, making big turns, big cars, you can feel that boot over flexing, in my opinion. I'm getting a little bit too far over the toe. But the TLT6 removed that baffle, so it's a solid boot so it doesn't flex forward, which I think will help the skiability of this boot phenomenally. The tour ability may be changed. Just putting one boot on and one of these on, you can tell that that ball of the foot flex, that forefoot flex, definitely helps to make the boot feel a little more rockered. I'm curious to see how these perform in skis, and this is just coming from walking around the shop in them. I think they're both going to be very comfortable to tour in. I think the older TLT5s may have just a touch better tour ability because of that baffle, but a little bit lower ski ability. In the TLT5s, people had complained about these being a little bit cold, simply because the liners were so thin on these boots. So these are an incredibly thin liner, and I probably should air these out. If you look down inside, I'm going to have you zoom in here. Inside the TLT5 performance shell, you can see straight down to bare plastic. Coupled with the very thin liner, I can see how people's feet got cold. In the TLT6, I'm going to rip the liner out of this one as well. You can see the difference in thickness in liners right here very easily. I don't know if can you see that very easily? Thickness right there. Better? Good? Okay. Yeah, I mean, and if you just take your hand physically and feel the liners, you can definitely feel that this one's going to be warmer and definitely thicker. They said they did custom mold this one, like thermally mold it to the boot before it came to you, so it's going to have a better out-of-the-box feel. So some people might not need to go in and have it molded. In the box, this liner does come with the laces. I have never used the laces once. I just throw them away. For me, just inside the boot is plenty. Hold everything together. And let's look at this. This is the fun part. So if you look at the bottom, TLT5 Performance, nothing. In this one, if you look down at the bottom, try and get the light so you can see it there. There's a real nice thick piece of foam coated with aluminum. So the bottom of this sole is actually very insulated. So for people that have cold feet, the boot might be a little more comfortable if you're having a lot of impacts, like you're going to ski some backcountry bumps or something like that. And these you're going to feel a lot less just hard jarring from the boot, a little more damping. This does have, it says, an adjustable forward lean, and if you look at this this mechanism in the back here, See that, Shane? Can you see that little piece
Yep.
of steel
right
there?
Right at Brad's middle finger.
Yeah, right there.
Where you're looking.
You're going to see, I might bring this closer, but the bolt holes are exactly the same, and it's adjustable from 13 to 18 degrees forward lean. On the TLT5s, you could do the same as well. You basically undo those little bolts, flip it, and then re-screw it in so you can adjust the forward lean for your boot, so it's a really easy way to do it. The carbon cuff on this is incredibly stiff. I mean, virtually feels the exact same as this for stiffness, in my opinion, just having to put them on around the shop. The buckle systems on the rear, I think Dynafit actually improved by quite a bit. Boot down. Show this here. So this buckle is just a straight piece of metal going across with a little slide that you slide back in for the tour mode, the walk mode, and into ski mode. This, on the other hand, when you're in tour mode and don't have this buckle engaged, you can fold it out to the side, give it a hard push, and it locks in place so it doesn't want to swing open and catch on things. I know if you've been skiing like inside trees or kind of close stuff, sometimes that buckle will come out, and since it's connected to the front, it just kind of catches on things. I actually tore one of my dog's jackets she has because she came by when I was touring, happened to hook the buckle. So I think that'll be nice to have a leak flat up against the boot, not catch as much stuff. And it's got a hinge, so this is a two-piece this year. So that little hinge right there is going to make it easier to close, going from tour to ski mode. This boot right here is just that flat piece of metal, so you're using the entire leverage of the entire time to get it connected. This one is going to sit back a little bit, and you're able to get this a little bit more forward of the hinge, which makes it a little bit easier to close when your cap's in there providing some pressure on the cuff. The buckles, I'm going to go, let's see, we're going to go right to right on this. Shane, can you hand me that boot I just dropped? Thank you, sir. So what they did on this, they actually changed where the buckles sit. The buckle position is a little bit different as well. This is going to provide a little bit more of a heel lock. On the TLT6, it's going to pull your foot back into that boot just by way of the buckle. The adjustment system on this one is just simply sliding this piece of cable back behind here or forward here to provide tension. On the TLT6, they've gone to more of a like an alpine performance boot style. You can loosen this, pop this little guy right here. I like the cable doubling back. It just provides a little bit more strength. And then you can take this and use this black piece right here to lengthen or shorten the buckle throw, as well as having it clip in different positions, so you can really micro tune this to fit your foot better. The other thing that I wish they had done with the TLT6 is with the ski tongues. So these are the TLT5 ski tongues. They only came with the extra stiff, the real hard ski tongue, and they did give you this little thing on top you could hook your hands through. So when you're trying to move quickly, you can just grab and pull out. They didn't do that on the TLT6 tongues. I wish they had put this little thing on there, but they didn't. But they did give you two separate sets of tongues. These are the soft tongues for the TLT6s, cactus green. They're very, very soft. In the manual that these come with, they said if you're not skiing hard that day or don't want to change tongues, just throw these in and you can tour all day with the tongue in. It's going to slow down the touring performance just a little tiny bit, but it's not really going to do much to them. For myself, I will probably not use the soft tongues much. I'm a bigger guy and I ski very aggressively. I will probably tour up without the tongues in, and then grab these black. They're very, very stiff, hard versions of this boot, which turns into a 120 flex boot, which has been adequate for skiing. I have DPS Whaler 112s, DPS Whaler 99s, and the TLT5s skied those with no problem as long as I had the hard tongues in. I expect nothing but better skiing ability with the TLT6 over the TLT5s. The little extra weight gain I think was necessary in this boot just to give it a little bit more ski ability. I think the touring ability is still going to be phenomenal. I mean, they're Dynafit boots. They're not made to ski resort. These are backcountry boots. They're the best touring boots out there. If you have any questions about the TLT6s, the performance versions, anything about Dynafit bindings, interfaces, different skis to use in the backcountry, please send us an email, give us a phone call, use the Ask Brad section of our forums. And as always, thanks for watching.